Evening everybody, thanks for joining me. My name's Stephen Capaldi, running Deathmatch pool tonight. We've already started our final. Usually I would have Stevie Walker in this seat. I'm sure you would rather listen to him tonight than myself. Not only that, but I'm going to have to nip off because I'm playing myself. I managed to qualify last week and I'll chance my luck in this final. But I'm up against it. I've got Stevie Cochran, Stevie Windows. We've got Colin Downey. They're playing just now. Round one. And then we've got Tony Marshall, Dawood. It'll be myself and Anton Riley in the first round. And then the last match is between Rhys Egan from Falkirk area, Kincardine I think, if I'm right, and Chris Martin. So looking forward to some good games. As always, Colin likes to break from the back, so he's taking Stephen into a tight game there on the left hand table. Stephen can play safe and he doesn't choose it right enough. He'd rather have a good go at potting balls. He's very good. And we'll see who dictates the pace in that game. Obviously that foul there gives Colin the opportunity to take control, as if he didn't already have it. On the other table, good chance here for Tony. Oh, and he's missed that yellow. You would think if he had got that, the other balls were maybe sitting for him. As always, mistakes are made. So tonight's the third qualifier here in McGoldrick, so it would take somebody to final. The first one was won by Aldo McLeod, the second one by Dylan Stansfield. And one of these guys tonight will make it to that £10,000 final on the 3rd of December here in McGoldrick's. Also at the weekend there, we were in the ballroom in Bellshill, where Bob Douglas managed to prevail. Last 5 frames he played in the final were incredible. He finished the table in 5th position. Had to win 5 to get through, and he was absolutely faultless. Great display of pool. Fantastic day as well. Lots of really good guys out there. Great fun. Played a flyer. Started at 12 in the morning. It was a long day. We were on late into the evening, but we got our winner at the end of the day. Anybody else out there wants to find out a little bit more about Deathmatch, please get in touch. All my details are on the website, www.deathmatchpool.com. This week we had phone calls from people in Bristol, Chester, Milton Keynes. So it's definitely growing, the word's getting out. Yesterday we had qualifiers arranged in Livingston, Kirkcaldy. Still to find out who won in those. Last couple of Sundays we've had qualifiers up in Aberdeen as well. Both tables wide open now. Dawood's overhit that just a little. He's still in the red there to the corner. Stephen Cochran's on the table here. Not sure if that black passes the yellow. Nice shot from Dawood. Going to leave you just now to enjoy some of the pool. Got to go and play my game. Hopefully I can take down Anton Riley, but we'll see. I'm back. What happened there? It's that last red left end of my cue. I was delighted with it, all the way to the pocket. Even it hit the knuckle, I thought, yeah, dancer, it's in. I can't believe it didn't go. That's the inexperience of a 9-ball player on an 8-ball table, that's it. So, top half of the table in round 2 is made up of the winners from round 1. Colin Downey won his match, now plays Dawood, and you can see that in the left hand table there. Anton, who beat me, is up against Reese. Took away a nice break and finish, and we saw there that Chris didn't manage to return it. Hard to do. It's not often. Over 100, I think, breaking dishes before we had somebody return the favour. Since then we've maybe had about 6 or 7. And at that final through in Bellshill the weekend, we had Billy Neal make a couple. Returned the favour twice on 2 different opponents. One of them was in the final against Bob. Obviously didn't take the decider. Dawood's got a good chance here. He's opened up the black. It's going to need a couple of good pots now though. Tell me that yellow that just went up to the top corner bag was closer than mine. So Reese at the table. Don't know if he's maybe just run out of position there. Can he still get that yellow to the middle? Maybe not. I think he would have been down to it quicker than now. Dawood with another big positional shot here. Just got to get down onto that last red. Was played for the gap. I'll tell you what, I think he's found it. That's an incredible shot. Such a small area of the table to leave the white in, and looks to me like he's got it just right. It's not going to be easy to go in this black though. He's either going to have to screw into that bottom yellow that he's looking in just now, or he's going to have to kiss and land on the yellow just to the left of that one. Oh, Dawood's done it. What a lovely shot. Dawood with another victory makes his way to the third section with 2 wins. That means he's going to finish either in first or second place on that deathmatch ladder. He's either in the semis or he's in the final, depending on how the result of his last game goes. Reese still at the table here. 2 to go. People throwing things at me here in the commentary box. That was that noise. I don't think he's left himself any angle here on the last yellow. He's a bit disappointed with himself. If he gets it right off this side cushion, he could nudge the yellow along towards the corner bag, and if it doesn't go, of course he's maybe got a wee bit of protection there, which he's tried to do. Where the white's landed is a little awkward there. I think you'll see a safety shot here from Anton. Unless one of those reds goes to the corner pocket, I don't think it does. Another second round match here. Stevie Cochran, Tony Marshall. Both these guys lost their first game, so they really want to get a win on the board. Clever shot from Anton. Good safety, doesn't give Reese much to do at all. Although he can land on the yellow, but really kind of wants to develop that in some way. Problem with leaving the yellow there is that Anton knows it's safe. He can go about his business up the top end of the table at some point. Make those 3 reds at the top of the table a little bit easier to take out. He's going to bide his time here. Knock the white in towards the corner. I mean, if Reese knocks this yellow out here, there's a good chance Anton will split up those 2 reds. I don't think they'll cause too much problem for him, to be honest. But if he leaves it much longer to knock it out, Anton's going to get a chance to get in there. Yeah, I think that was the right way to go for Reese. Anton again's got that safety. Maybe try and get up the top of the table now and dislodge those 2 reds that are close together. Leaves the safety, of course. It's not an easy shot at all for Reese. I think Anton's got control of this game. On the other table, he's going to have to develop a couple of balls there. He's got the black and the red that are close together. Tony just taking his time, having a good look. See if Reese can get out of this snooker. That's a fair effort. He's not managed, given 2 shots away. Really, you would expect Anton to secure the match from this point. And he can either play a plant possibly with those 2 reds at the top, and if he can't, he drops in behind like he did before. The yellow's in a fairly safe position. He's not going to get much out of that. On the table, Tony has managed to move one of the reds. Black's still in a difficult position, but it rolls down the cushion. I say it rolls down the cushion, you saw my attempt at that. Rolls down the cushion if you're a good player. So Anton might try to go into the reds here if they don't plant. Must plant. Stevie's showing that he's got that tactical game about. Be patient, wait for a better opportunity perhaps. Gonna have to leave you again in a second. My turn against Chris Martin. Gonna have to win the lag because I've got a feeling Chris is going to break in this if I don't. That's a tricky bag, Anton. It's a tricky bag, I know that. Honestly, I think that bag closes up as the ball approaches it. So does he go all out for the double? No, he's going for a wee bit of safety, promoting the yellow to a portable position. Not quite worked out for him, he would have wanted that hanging over the bag. Tony's got his angles wrong there. Don't know if he's maybe... It's a wee miscalculation, I think. Reese might try to put the white back up into that top corner that he was in a minute ago. So Stephen's promoted his yellow out of trouble, but he's not left himself an easy pot. Could try and pot that yellow into the corner of the bag and get the black out. The problem is if you hit it across the table and double it, you lose the frame, of course. That was cautious. And Reese we saw putting the white up into that top corner as expected. He's got the angle here to knock that yellow really close to the corner bag, and of course if it stays in there it makes the black very difficult to pot. The problem is he's going to be stretching full length of the table, and he is looking for a right thin cut on that yellow. Tall lad, so he doesn't need the rest. A wee bit of side to stop the white going into that top corner, but he's a long way off with the pot. Good thing is for Reese that he's covered the bag. Anton's got a tough shot now. Friend Craig here thinks that he might take it off that side cushion, knock it into the yellow, and leave the black in that corner, possibly in the pocket. Nothing else, he knocks the yellow across the bottom cushion, fairly safe, and that's a shot Craig picked out. It's not worked out. Reese has got an opportunity here, but the white's got to be going into the black ball, you would think. He's relying on a bit of luck, I think. Stevie Cochrane's managed to make those two shots count. He's on his last yellow. Black's still not easy, but would you believe it? Fancy Anton to make this one now. Disappointed at himself missing that last shot, so he'll concentrate here, make sure this one goes in, I think. Oh, Stevens played for the black to the middle, and I think he's got it perfect. Yeah, Anton knocks that away. Anton goes top of the league table now with Dawood. That game will come up shortly. Colin Downey will play Reese, and I'm about to go and play to see who I play, if it's Stevie Cochrane or Tony Marshall in the first Deathmatch. I'll be back shortly. Well, I might not be very good at pool, but I'm definitely a good commentator. Called that. It's a cracking finish, in fairness, from Chris. Had a couple of really tough shots there to play, and he took them away brilliantly. So, that's me right down at the bottom now with Tony Marshall. The deathmatch time soon. Going to need to win 7 in a row. That's a joke. Against a field like this. Need some inspiration. Good news is I'll be behind the commentary box sooner. So in other games we've got David just now playing Anton. That's for the top of the table clash. That's to finish in places 1 and 2. Colin Downey against Reese to see who finishes 3rd and 4th on the ladder. And then we'll have Stevie Cocker and Chris Martin to see who finishes 5th and 6th. Myself and Tony Marshall are in places 7 and 8. So for the clubs out there that are keen to make this happen, or for people who would like to see this in their local club, give me a wee phone. I must say for this year we're doing well. Managed to sell already 14 spots out of the 32, and I've also got firm handshakes from another 4, which I believe will come through. So that would leave me 14 places. We've got maybe between 30 and 40 clubs just now who've shown interest and who are taking it back to their organisers to see if they can make it happen. And if first 14 who come back to me will be the ones that will get it for this year. I'm going to pay out £10,000 on the 3rd of December. One of those guys from this group will be in it. Might still be me. Stephen Hendry might win another snooker world championship. So we've got Reese on the table. Reds are sitting there for him. Yeah. Looks like a formality, but it never is. There's always something. Crops up, just a slight angle. Wee kick, sitting on the side cushion. Small things that can cause problems, but Reese looks to have played that well. Just needs to take the white through a little. Play the 8 ball to the opposite centre. So a break and finish from Reese. As with me, Colin Downey gets a chance to do the same back. Hopefully Colin doesn't come up dry like I did. On the table on the left we've got Anton. Big break from Colin. And he has got a red down, so he's at the table. Anton looking, just to move that 8 ball a little. But very patient player. He'll wait till the time's right. He's got control of those 2 bottom bags for just now. So Colin has to finish here in order to reset the match. If he misses any ball at all, then Reese takes the victory. Playing quite quickly here just now, Colin, but he does that from time to time. He feels like he's got the flow and he knows what he wants to do, and he goes about his business. He's got yellow to the corner pocket here now. So he's still on this ball to the centre. Makes it more difficult to get on the one that he's leaving though. He's having a wee look to see if it goes to the same bag that the other yellow's in. Anton just needs the black ball to the centre. Yep, puts that away. So that's Anton in the final on Collins. Missed that yellow, and that gives a victory to Reese. So Deathmatch ladder looks like this. Anton Riley sitting top, Dawood sitting in second place, Reese Egan goes into third, Colin Downey in fourth. Stephen Cochrane and Chris Martin are about to play just now to see who finishes fifth and who finishes sixth. And you see there at the bottom, myself and Tony Marshall will have to play the first of the death matches. When we get to that blue section there, guys, you need to win your match or you're out of the competition. That's what we call the death match. Up until that point, the red sections, yellow sections and green sections, they're your group games. And the more you win in those sections, the higher you finish in the blue. And the more you lose, the lower you finish in the blue. And unfortunately have a climb to get to the top and to qualify. So Anton needs to win one more match here to get through to the final on the 3rd of December, with a maximum of 32 opponents playing for £10,000. Don't worry too much about the names at the bottom there. That's not myself and Tony that are on. That's the game to see who finishes 5th and 6th. That's Stephen Cochrane against Chris Martin. So Chris is at the table. And because Stephen Cochrane broke and didn't get anything down, Chris finishes here, he wins. Stephen doesn't get a chance to come back at him with a breaking dish, because it's a reverse dish. And he's not put that yellow away. Wish he'd made mistakes like that against me. Yeah, so we were in Bellsill Ballroom there on Saturday. Fantastic day. It's another way to run the competition. I've always run one every Monday night, and after we get 8 winners we play our qualifying final that we're doing just now. However, the ballroom decided that we're going to have all 8 heats played on the same day. We managed to get 40 customers, came along, entered into the competition. You're looking for 64 entrants, we got 60 on the day, which allowed us to play the 8 heats. And then the 8 winners go into a deathmatch group of their own at the end of the evening and play out to see who qualifies, and that's what we did. Had a lot of discussion around the fact that of the 64 finalists from last year, only 19 of them finished top of their group. Finishing top of the group doesn't actually seem to be an advantage, going by the statistics. While everybody would still want to be there, the player coming up's been at the table, has got their arm in, maybe has a feel for the speed of the table, and has a marginal advantage. Whereas the player who's in the final, in this case Anton, he's coming to that table a little cold, and the fact that he's going to have to wait now until 7 other matches are played, he may go into another table just to keep his arm in. So both Stephen and Chris are playing their shots quite quickly here. Definitely feel there's a bit of thinking to be done. Some people think quicker than others, right enough. Have to say, well, Bob definitely deserved to win at the weekend. He plays some excellent pool. Another player in the field who was absolutely faultless was Fred Williams. He really didn't make any mistakes at all. He came up dry on a break once. That's about it. He really didn't make mistakes. So Stephen going for this here. Might not be the worst thing to play the red down the cushion. Cushion first, then into the yellow. Knock his, yeah, that's exactly it. Knock his red in. Now he's got to think about how he's best getting on the 8 ball here at the end. I think if he takes the one to the centre first, he's got a bit of a job. So he's taking the one in the corner. Oh, he's not got enough into that. I think he's left a total on himself. As always, things go wrong in this format, and you do only get that one chance. You'll see the slogan at the top of the page: one chance, one winner, one prize. It's only £10 to enter. You can enter as often as you like. He caught the red, but not in a legal fashion, so he's given away 2 shots. And while this looks very straightforward for Chris, he should take his time and have a think. I've seen far easier opportunities missed. Thank you everybody for coming in. Andy Lease, thanks for your comment, appreciate it. Sorry I wasn't commentating before. Got another comment in the box there about Chris Martin taking yellows. I've not noticed myself. Is that his colour, is it? It's working for him so far. Chris has played a bit of snooker in his day. You get a good cue action. Very consistent. Just going to leave himself into the middle bag here. Barring a kick, I can't imagine Chris missing this one. So I'm about to leave the commentary, I'm afraid, again, guys. Hopefully for the rest of the night, because I'll be on the table. However, you never know. It's deathmatch time. Myself versus Tony. The winner climbs to play Stevie Cochran. Then Chris Martin, Colin Downey, Rhys Egan, Dawood and Anton Riley will be back later on to play the final match. I'll leave you with the game.
happening now. Nice break there. I'm afraid I had an awful night. Couldn't pot sleep. Shot selection's got a lot to desire, but hopefully I'll get a wee present for my Christmas. Reds look good here. Can't believe I'm commentating after the match I played, but I'll try my best. If you commentated in my game, you would have fell off your chair. No wonder Craig's laughing. Anyway, Reds look good here. A wee shout out to Sean who watched my game. He just texted me there saying I did it. I don't. Sean beat me the other night there and said thanks for the pizza. He sent me a photo of the pizza and I was raging. But he's a good friend of mine, so I'll let him off with that one. Anyway, back to the game. Reds look good here. It really is hard to commentate. But first time for everything, I suppose. We call out to Stevie Walker if he's watching. He's quite a good commentator. I don't think I'm as good as him, but hope you're watching tonight, Stephen. Just has to get onto this red in the middle, and I think it's not a bad shot. Just roll that in, come through. He's got a red. Oh, he's played it beautiful. He's not played that one too good, but he should still get the black. Ah, he's nailed it. He'll now go on to play Mr. Downey. Oh, it's a sorry. I didn't know that was a dish. Commentator error. Thank goodness I don't commentate the darts. Mr. Virgo, I would love to have a shot with Mr. Virgo. Oh well, he needs to breaking dish at his Boy Scout. Oh, he's got a red. Oh my God. Look at the yellows. He's got to pull a rabbit out the hat here. If he nails this yellow into the middle, he's got a wee chance. That's a great shot. But still got a lot of work to do. I think you Could cut this one down and come up the table. He's got a right good chance here if it. Oh my god, where's the black gone? Oh, he's still in with a shout here. I don't know if this has ever happened. Has this happened, Craig? Dish in, dish, yeah. That's a beautiful shot. This is... Just roll this one in, you can swing round the angles for the next one. Oh, he's missed it. That's a pity. Well, he is going on now to play Downey. It was a commentator error there. But Mr. Downey is next. Mr. Straight Red against him. But what can I say? And Mr. Capaldi wins a lag. To be honest, it's one of the hardest groups there's been, I think. You get a lot of good players in it. Just needs a good smash of the balls here down the mid. It's nothing away, it's not looking too... Colin Downey's licking his lips here. I can't see Colin not taking these away. Got to admit, it's the first time I've commentated and I've enjoyed it. I didn't really know what I'd say, but he's not played that one very well. Oh, he must have a lasagna in the oven. He must want to go home. Because I really did think Colin would have taken them away there. So I'm just waiting on my cappuccino. That's what you get for commentating. Going to cut this one into the corner. He's missed it. Now that could be his last shot because he's left Colin with... I think it's Christmas for Colin now. He's getting a present, an early present. Well, no misses, it's penalties with no goalie. Oh my goodness me. He's got away with that in a way. Oh, look at the... He never smiles, Colin, but... Come on, Colin. Give us a smile. Oh, got the Turkey's t-shirt in there. Oh. Wow. You judged that well, Colin. Well, Mr. Capaldi is out now. He's had a good run of it, and I'll probably commentate this one, then I'll pass it on to the boss. Enjoyed my stunt in the booth. Off to the darts next week. I'm commentating with Wayne Mardle. We shout out to Mr. Granger. He loves his darts, that boy, but you can't beat the main man, Sean McMahon. Sean's got him in toast. Mr. McMahon hit a 180 last week. Didn't see it, but apparently he got the free in the lipstick. Mark's not heard the end of it. Anyway, back to the pool. Alright, Mr. Capaldi. He nearly potted the white. That's Mr. Capaldi. It was Mr. Capaldi that asked me to commentate, and I've never done it. I'm starting to enjoy it. Who gave you the mic? Oh, that's not a great shot he's played there. Thing is with Colin, you can't give him a challenge, he'll just clear them up. Guy's a potting machine. Right, cut this yellow in and split the other two up. Move the red. I think that's a shot to play, Ice. He's still thinking about the shot, but there's Mr. Capaldi. Well, he's played a containing shot.
I'm back.
Can two commentate here? Yeah.
Two can commentate. We're both on it now, Stevie.
Thank you, Mr. Capaldi.
Well,
I'm commentating the darts next week with Wayne Mardle.
Nice one. Make sure you ask for a good wage. I thought when I won the lag against Colin, I gave myself the best chance because he likes to keep it quite a tight game, and I thought if I open it up, I'll get a chance. But yeah, you've got to take your chances when they come, and I didn't. This could be a longer frame, couldn't it?
Yeah, with the red up the top there.
Reese is quite an attacking player though, so if he can find a way out, he'll go for it.
I don't really know Reese. Where does he come from?
So he's through from the Falkirk area. I think, just beyond that, possibly Kincardine.
I don't know the boy.
He came down last week with...
Is he a member here or?
No, he came down last week with Young Santa.
Right, cool.
And won the first one he tried, which was good. He's still got a shot at that red though, hasn't he?
You could move
He's going to have to watch his queuing right enough.
You could cut this in and get the black out here. Don't think he fancies it. Colin asked for a ref there. I think he'll be okay. I don't think it's pushable. I don't think he fancies it. I think it's a shot to play, but no, he's not going for it. He's just going for to cut this red up the top. He's left the plant, but Colin could cover the bag here. But he might go for it actually. Could pot this and get into the pack. No,
sorry, Stevie, I had to leave you there to go and referee that shot. As it was, he chose not to take it.
I said the first shot he'd hang it, but I thought he's played that shot. But
same time as me trying to commentate and referee, the mighty Joe Cabana repeatedly phones my phone. Like I'm going to pick it up and talk to him. I know for a fact he's sitting watching this just now as well, having a good giggle to himself.
I don't know what he's going to do here, do you? He's not really got the angle, has he?
Well, he created it, just not enough.
Now he's in real trouble because the yellows are all out open. The yellows are like sitting ducks. Craig's laughing at me beside here. Hits the ball 300 yards. Then takes an 8.
You're in the wrong game, Stephen.
Sorry, I had to get that one in.
So obviously been watching the golf over the weekend.
That's a great shot.
So how's he going to get these balls out here, Stephen?
He's not.
So got to be. If you were in this situation, what's it? I mean, not that you would be, but if you were, what would your game plan be?
Left the white. He's trying to swerve it. Nah, he's just I can't see Colin not taking these out. But that yellow's left a plant, mind you.
Stephen, see when you're talking into the microphone, if you point at the screen, nobody can hear you when you talk.
Oh, right.
You've got to use your other hand to point.
Okay.
What's he done? Oh, he's lucky to have left that yellow. That yellow could have got buried in there amongst the reds. That was a crazy shot. It's worked out, but wow. Obviously he's looking to go up the right hand side there, but gets that wrong, he's in all sorts. Stevie, you need that microphone up at your mouth, mate.
Sorry. Still got a wee bit of work here, hasn't he? He's got to come round here.
Got a wee bit of work trying to get my commentator to talk into the mic.
He's not played that very well. Could have been better.
He's going to have to drop it in dead weight. Or twice across. Not dead weight.
Missed it. Wow.
Reese didn't think he would have this opportunity.
Oh well.
Winner of this game will be playing Dawood in the semi-final for a shot at Anton in the final. And our other qualifier tonight, we've got John McGinn sitting top of the ladder.
A quick question, Stevie. See when you're out, is that you out? Can you not?
Once you hit this blue section, yeah.
Yeah, so when can you get back into the...
Yeah, so there's heats every Monday night at McGoldrick's, but there's heats all around the country just now.
Can I not play in another heat?
You can play in a heat, yeah. You just come in next week, enter in the heat.
Alright.
And if you win your heat, you get back to this stage here.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah.
Aye, happy much. Don't know what's happened there. Oh my god. I think we can cut this in the middle. I'll come next week then, Stevie. Maybe play a bit better. That's a crazy shot.
He's not giving himself a shot in the yellow.
Why did he not drop it in the middle?
It's maybe running the white right up into the top corner though. It's maybe taking the white too far away. Interesting to see what he does now. Really needs the white to come over to the right hand side of the table somehow. Maybe just thin snicks, takes a thin edge off the yellow. Then the white comes close to this corner bag he's got his hand on at the moment. That's where he's looking to put the white. He's going to have to watch he doesn't put the white in that bag.
That's a good shot.
He's okay there.
But you know, just roll the white up and touch your red and leave him the... That's not a bad shot. That's not easy, yeah.
Possibly wanted to just play it dead weight and leave the Chinese snooker, but he's done okay. It's a big bag, isn't it?
Oh. He just needs to touch this red up here now, and Colin's in trouble.
Is Colin just thinking quickly, or is he nervous and hitting at balls?
I think he's got a lasagna nerve in. I was saying that, Craig, and he just wants to go up the road. If he just touches this red up the top here, Colin's in big trouble.
Don't know, surely he can get up and down the table.
But
problem's the black, of course, but he's got a double kiss. That's not helped him. This yellow drops though. I don't think he can hit it hard. I think he's got to drop the yellow in, and the problem then he's got a difficult black. Yeah. That was all he could do. That was all he could do. He couldn't hit it any harder.
This isn't easy. What about just doing the double and leaving the white up the bottom cushion?
It's an option, definitely.
Then he's not got the chance of the double getting in.
For those of you who are listening and not watching, Stephen's pointing at the screen again with his microphone.
Well, I've just called a shot for the first time in my life. I'm actually can't play the game, but I've called a shot.
Oh, he's overhit that. I think that's it.
Yes, party's over.
I generously gave Colin my framing. That's Reese generously giving him that one.
Well, doesn't get much easier now.
No, he's got Dawood in the semi-finals.
And Mr. Riley, if you're going to go through,
Reese, thank you for coming through, giving this a shot. You've certainly left your mark. What an impression. So, Colin to break. Will we see the...
I don't really know Reese, but I spoke to him. He sounds a nice guy.
Colin to break here. Think he'll come in from the bottom of the table again?
That's
just
what he done against me.
He likes to feel as if he's got a game out of it rather than somebody just, as I did to Colin, giving him a table where...
Sometimes that can go against you.
It can, and it has done for him, but...
And he is doing it.
Yeah. Is that a wee bit firmer than he normally would, actually? That's no...
He's in trouble here.
It's not worked out the way I would have thought he wanted it to.
Why just not go for it?
Often I have to watch his breaks to make sure there's two balls past the middle bag. But that one he's given them a bit of a dint.
If you do a break like that and lose the frame, you're gutted.
If Dawood gets the right rubs here, he can take this out. Dawood's been practicing another table just so that he doesn't get cold. Anton, on the other hand, has been sitting like a king in the corner, watching.
That's a great shot.
That's worked out well for him.
Oh well, Colin, you need to work on your break, mate. Sorry there.
I always like watching these top players because I would come down for that yellow that's in the middle of the table first. Leave that till later.
That's a
But
great shot.
I learn from watching these guys play.
I think it's over, do you not here?
Well, the probability is, but you know, having seen David clear tables like this time after time, I do think the pressure's different when you know you've only got one shot at it and you can't make that mistake. I think it just tightens up the arm a little bit. I see far more uncharacteristic mistakes. We saw one from Anton earlier where he had a straight black to the corner and he didn't make it. And now we're seeing shots like that. It's just uncharacteristic.
Didn't see that coming.
Nah, I didn't not. He maybe didn't have the angle. Maybe there was wasn't going to get position, or maybe he was just going to run into trouble. Thanks, Gemma, for the comments. Appreciated.
Thanks, Gemma. I think the dog needs it.
Quite a few comments here. Stevie, what's that Abdul's saying?
Don't know, it's in Saudi Arabian.
You not speak Arabic?
No.
I've heard you on a Thursday night about 11 o'clock trying.
That's only after 2 pints.
So,
it's done now, surely.
well, he's had his one chance. He's not taken it, but he's got this other chance. He really has to take it this time, because I think if he doesn't, surely Colin clears up. Then again, remember the grand final of the 2021 series, and we had Grant Finnison and John Owen, both of which were at the table, I think, 3 or 4 times.
I saw that final. It was.
You're just dying for any of those chances, and
They were playing for a lot of money.
well, that's it.
Good shot. Well done, David.
So it looks like David in the final with Anton Riley just needs to drop the black in, which he does comfortably.
Well played.
Colin will be a bit frustrated there. Didn't get much of a chance though, didn't feel. David
Well, he should have just broke normally.
So it's time for the final match of this
It's Mr.
qualifying final. We've got Anton Riley versus David Kadir.
Who do you fancy in this one?
Do you know, I think David's going to take this one. While I fancy Anton maybe in a longer run,
Yeah.
I think David's just got his temperament's so good on the table. I think he remains very focused.
Could be a wee breaking dish here.
Well, of course, if he does manage it, Anton gets a chance to do the same back.
I thought Chris had a great chance to. Was it against yourself?
Yes, it was. Took my time over that break and finish, but it was only because Chris got me earlier on. I felt I owed it to him.
Here we go, the final.
The final to see
Let's
who
play.
plays on the 3rd of December for £10,000. Will it be David or Anton?
And he's got a ball.
He held the white in the middle of the table there. He got a wee kick up towards the corner, but
Look at the yellows.
it's a great opportunity, isn't it?
Actually,
You would love a table like that.
I actually think David will clean these up. But if he does clear them up, Anton will still have a chance.
At the weekend in Bellshill, there were 3 times where people broke and dished and then had their opponent do the same.
Is that right?
Yeah, and forced it back.
Quality pool.
It was top notch. Billy Neal managed 2 of them. I think I mentioned it earlier.
It really is taking off this Deathmatch, isn't it?
It's going really well just now. I'm
People are
delighted.
loving it.
Delighted with the interest and the positive comments that people have got. You know, there's so many people come back and they say they've enjoyed the event and feel as if it's value for money. It is one frame, but of course it's not just.
It's a good night as well.
Yeah.
Meeting different players.
It's not just knockout. You do get those 3 chances to put yourself on the ladder. We've got a heat here tonight at the moment as well on the side. Martin Shades is playing against Stephen Smith in the semi-final, and John McGinn's in the final. There's a wee part of John McGinn doesn't want to win because he enjoys coming down so much. He doesn't really want to qualify. He wants to play. And I must say, for myself, I would rather he kept entering. I really appreciate John. What's more is during the summer I'll have a couple of weeks off. And
his pool, John.
He does. He's agreed to help me out during the summer to run these.
That's brilliant.
And that's certainly going to be easier if he's allowed to play them at the same time. So we'll see if he qualifies.
Just has to get on to this middle one and a wee screw back in it. And he's on for the angle to get on the black. I don't think I'd be good at this commentating, but I think I've done quite well tonight.
I agree, Stephen. You're a natural.
He's still got a shot here to the right middle.
He can't control the white from this though, can he? He's really got to rely on luck. Yep. I wonder if Stevie Walker's nervous that his seat's been taken. Stevie's on holiday just now.
Where is he?
Largs, I think.
Largs? Is he getting the ferry over to Millport?
Something like that, yeah.
Ah, happy days. He's missed it. Oh well.
So there's a right good opportunity here for Anton.
I actually can't believe he's not cleared that up. I actually fancy Anton to... It's not really a hard pull here. It's just about going the right way.
Thank you for so many people tuning in. We've got 123 people watching just now, which I'm impressed with. 761 have popped in at some point. Stevie, that means that you've lost 600 odd customers.
Who?
Yeah, you.
How's that?
Well, we had 761 views and we've only got 123 on.
Oh well. Must be something good on the telly then.
Stevie Walker doesn't lose all these.
Oh well. I'll be back same time next week. Nah, I'm only kidding.
So Anton taking these away one at a time. He's taking time to plan out which order he wants to go in. Of the 5 reds he had left, the most difficult perhaps is the last one. But it's the order he's chosen. Just wonder if he's queuing over. I don't. Maybe a fraction. Just wants that white ball not to bounce too high up the cushion. Oh, he's played that very well.
Good shot.
So 2 more shots for Anton. Join his compadre Aldo. The grand final, playing for £10,000. Needs to drop this black into the middle. Looks easy, but I've seen easier missed. In fact, I believe I missed one like this myself earlier on. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's just nerves, guys. That's all that is nerves.
Can't believe he's left it for the middle.
Anton will tell me later that it was a kick, but I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't a kick.
He's not left it easy though.
I think Darwood will go for this.
I think he'll just play a cross. Oh,
What
he's
a shot
what
that
a shot! I thought he was going to play underneath the yellow and play the snooker.
That is.
Well, these are going to be 3 cracking pots if he can take these away.
To even pot it and get on that other
David manages to put this away, I don't want to go out there.
Some finish.
Anton will not be happy if this
Big
drops.
Joe, my good friend there.
This is not an easy pot though. We saw the one to the middle looked a lot easier than this.
And he's nailed it.
Oh, he's put it away.
Well, thanks a lot for Stevie Cabaldi for letting me commentate tonight. And
It's a pleasure having you, Stephen.
Thank you.
It must be in the name. Need to be called Stephen to commentate on this. So well done, David Katir. That's him. He's through to the final. Joins Dylan Stansfield, Bob Douglas, and Aldo McLeod as our fourth qualifier for the grand final. Their seats been played: Aberdeen, Livingston, Kirkcaldy, Sticks. We've got the Players Lounge in Falkirk, the Bullseye down in Greenock, Maxi and Pockets in Paisley, all around the place. We're also down in Manchester, Sunderland, Preston, Bolton, Chester, and several other places across the country. Remember, if you want to run a couple of competitions yourself, even if you only want to run a couple of heats, you maybe don't want to run all 8, you can send the winner of your heats through here to play in one of these finals. Just let me know what you're doing and I'll send you through the material you need. Thank you everybody for tuning in, watching. I'm now away to congratulate David and try to avoid Anton. Thank you for watching. You get me on www.deathmatchpool.com and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.